For there's another type of loan that I have been privileged to work in partnership with, and that's the Bank of Industry loan. But the thing with the Bank of Industry loan is when you take the Bank of Industry loan, they don't disburse to you directly.
Okay.
You must have submitted invoices for what you want. They don't pay for operation, they pay for facilities.
Okay.
Because that's their mandate. So when you take the loan and you say you want to buy looming machine or you want to buy this, they pay directly to your supplier. They pay directly to the people you want to buy from, not to you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But once your once your business plan is verifiable, it is viable, because you have to assess the loan, you have to do business feasibility, you have to write your business plan. Once they assess that the business is viable and profitable, they will go ahead and initiate the funding process. And another loan that I think they also have the small loan, that's the BOP, that they administer through, I think, microfinance banks. So to get information on that, microfinance bank and other banks. So to get that, all you need to do is just to walk into your bank or to walk into a microfinance bank and say you want to access the BOI BOP loan, BOP loan. So they will give you the criteria and then
Bank of Industry bulk loan.
BOP, BOP loan. Yes, that's for smaller amounts. BOP, that's for amounts lower than 5 million naira. But if you're looking at 5 million naira upwards, you have to go straight to the BOI. And of course, you have to bear in mind that they will not give you the cash directly. They will pay for what you need the money. Yes. Yes. And then, of course, you know that we also have I think we have the Development Bank of Nigeria. They also offer loans, but they offer their loans through commercial banks and the microfinance banks. So to also access their own loans, you have to go to your bank and find out the criteria for each bank. So the bank will actually determine your credit worthiness, determine whether you can access the loan or not. So those are the loans that I know are available now on the local level. But there are also grant opportunities on the international level. But you know, those are really, really competitive. There are grants on the international front. So all you need to do is just for businesses. I always recommend that businesses look for opportunities online. There's a website that we use to assess these opportunities. It's called opportunities.com. So I think people can also go to opportunities.com and find out what are available for small businesses in Africa, and opportunities for business owners in Africa. There are opportunities for trainings, there are opportunities for grants, there are opportunities for technical assistance that people can get online.
From opportunity.com.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think we've exhausted a whole lot on loan. Oh, is there any other thing that you want? There's one thing that you want. You've not told me how I can get my loan, no.
How you can get what?
Personal loan.
Personal loan.
Yes. For me, I told you now that I want to fund my studio. It's about 100 million. So you help me assess it. How can I get such loan?
Well, to access that 100 million, to access that kind of loan, I think you will have to go through Bank of Industry.
Okay.
For that volume, you can actually go through Bank of Industry. You know that for government loans, the beautiful things about government loan is the interest rate, right? A single digit.
Single
So
digit.
you cannot. Yes. For the 50 billion naira loan that we're talking about right now, I think the loan interest rate has been reviewed downward from 9% to 5%. But the standard government loan is 9%. And you have for tenor loans, you have moratorium of 1 year. For loans that are not tenor based, you can't roll it over. So it's something that you need to look into. So if you want funding for industry, studio and all of that, it's going to be in the purview of the Bank of Industry.
Okay.
That's what I think. That would be my recommendation.
Before you leave, there's something I heard about this trader money that is just 20,000 actually, and you have to pay 3 months. Is it
That
true?
what?
Do you have any idea? That the
That
trader
what?
money is about that the trader money is about 20,000 naira, and you have to repay it within 3 months. How true is that?
That's not true, because as you know, I work with rural women and really micro women to assess
Yeah.
Bank of Industry loans, and we have quite a number of them that have received the loans, and they are, revolving the loan right now. But for us, we did not take the 20,000 naira loan. We took the 50 for our women, 50,000 naira loan for our women, and it's repayable in 6 months,
Okay.
not 3 months. It is repayable in 6 months in tranches. You can pay weekly. For our women who took 50,000 naira, they're actually paying 2,187 naira per week. That's what they will
2,000,
pay back.
2,100
2,187. Yes. Because the
naira.
interest rate is about 0. Is less than is what they are paying back eventually is about, it's not even up to 60,000 what they are paying back. That's the market money, the trader money, right? So they took the 50,000 naira and they are paying 2,187 naira per week. And if you want to pay per month, you just pay, I think, less than 10,000 naira per month. You pay it back directly to the Bank of Industry, and you have 6 months to pay it. And if you want to pay it in one tranche, you have the opportunity to also do that. You can pay it back immediately. You can pay it back, but it's stretched over 6 months. If you want to pay it over 6 months, you pay it over 6 months. If you want to pay it over 3 months, you pay it over 3 months, but you have that period of 6 months to pay back. And right now, with the directive of the Mr. President, they actually have 3 months moratorium.
Okay. What
So
of
this is like 9 months, 9 months. So that
Okay.
means that they have the grace. They don't have to pay. When the COVID-19 situation started, they had to
Yes.
stop payment. So they are going to start repaying back from June, because they had
Oh,
that March, April, May as their moratorium period. So they start repaying back in June.
moratorium period. That's like grace period. You're not
Yes.
a period. Okay, you've been exempted from paying the loan. What's it called? Yes, you've been
For
exempted paying the loan for that month, 3 months. That is when you spoke about it was in April, right?
Yeah, the first broadcast he made.
Yes, was in April. That
Yeah.
means April, May, June. That's
They
when
start paying back in June.
from June.
Yeah.
Wow.
For those, but the thing is, some of our clients did not stop paying.
Okay.
Some didn't stop paying. Some just wanted to get it off, and some stopped paying. But we know that they have additional 3 months to repay. That's just the whole idea. That instead of rushing to pay in 6 months, you're now paying back in 9 months.
It's encouraging, although the money is small though, to some persons.
That's for that category of people. That's why they call it market money. The scheme is just to help and hold people at the bottom of the pyramid, just and hold them from one level to the other. We
Yes.
In our own organization, we call it good management loan. So if you manage it well, because we're also trying to drive results, if you manage it well, you can
Okay.
expand your business. We handhold you so that you are able to access another level of loan. And before you know it, you are in the category of people taking 2 point something million naira loan, 5 million, 10 million, right from, ground zero. That's the idea of that. That is how we interpreted the government initiative.
Whenever I hear about market women money, do you know what comes to my mind?
What? Election.
Election. It's the election.
Oh my God.
What's the difference between that money that was given to market women and this one?
It is the same thing. Now let me tell you something that is surprising.
Okay.
When women came, we're in partnership with the BOI.
Okay.
Not us directly, not my organization directly. I consult for an NGO. on this initiative. And that NGO is actually in partnership with the Bank of Industry on the GEP initiative. So it's like a trifold partnership arrangement. Now, when women organizations came and said they want to, lift some of their poor women up and they want them to access the market money loan, one of the things we told them was that if you had collected the vice president 10,000 naira market money loan and you did not repay it, you will not be able to access this one. But they thought it was a joke, right? They thought it was a joke because most of them just collected the 10,000 naira loan and didn't return it. They thought it was a national cake and it was there to just do whatever. So we profiled them for the loan. And
was there a proper documentation?
yes, for this particular loan, this particular loan, one,
Yes.
we do not need collateral, we do not need anything. All we needed was just your phone number and your BVN.
Okay.
You get, the only criteria was your verifiable bank account number, your BVN, and your phone number. So everything was linked around that. So when they, and you know that for your BVN is actually attached to a particular phone number. It's
Yes.
attached to your phone number, is attached to your bank details. If you have 10 bank details, everything is connected. So when some of them collected the money, they didn't even return it. So when they got profiled to assess the 50,000 naira loan, they were dropped on the bank one. They were dropped because it was reading red that they had a credit ongoing that they did not pay back. And that's one thing that we need to, people complain that Nigeria do not have credit facility. That's why we don't use credit card in Nigeria mostly. It's only for high-end people that use credit card because we are not credit worthy as a people.
This while, let me be honest with you. All this while, I thought that market women money is just for campaign and the rest. That's why the vice president gave it out. So there is a price for that. It's linked to all your information, bank information and the rest. And if you don't pay and you apply for a loan, you won't be given until you take care of that.
Now, when you apply for loan from the implementing organization, I have to put that because I don't know whether if they apply for loan in a commercial bank, whether they will get it or not. But I'm not sure they will get it. I'm not sure. Even if they will get it, I'm sure it's going to count against their credit worthiness. Because, of course, you know that we have a credit bureau. And if you want to take a loan from the bank, they will have to run a credit search on you. If it is linked to your BVN.
10,000 naira where you show up for politician and I go stop you may not get the loan.
But some of the women that took the 10,000 naira loan are really, really, really rural women that may not, that are not properly documented, business-wise to go to the bank to say they want to access loans. So, but for some of them, they're depriving themselves of further opportunities from such organizations who provide the loan. For example, those ones were not able to get the 50,000 naira loan from the Bank of Industry because they have a 10,000 naira loan hanging on their head. So
this is very educative because a lot of Nigerians, lot of them don't know about this. They believe that money was just for election campaign and they've collected it. That's my dividend. That's my share of being in Nigeria. Not knowing that it will have a national cake now. Wow, that Buhari and Osibajo gotta give us 10,000 naira. We'll go vote for her. That was the notion they had then. So it's something different.
Yeah, wow. So that's our own reality. Like I said, that is our own reality with the Bank of Industry. It is in the system that you have a loan, you have not repaid, so you are not qualified